Hello everyone and welcome back to another Dalek video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Daleks from the Dalek Invasion of Earth, which is the second story for the Daleks. In the last video we looked at the Daleks from the Daleks from the Dead Planet. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check that out and then come back. So in the first story there were 4 Dalek props. And for this second story, another 2 props were made to fill out the numbers. So if you can actually count, you may have noticed I've actually got 7 Daleks in front of me here, not 6. There's a reason for that, and I'll explain that momentarily. But for now, let's just have a quick look at the Daleks. So we'll start off by taking a look at a drone Dalek. This is a Dalek drone right here. So you can see basically the same as the previous story. What they have added is the big fender, the large fender. This is to make the Daleks taller. You know, in the actual episode, the Dalek Invasion, there's lots of rubble and stuff and rock on the ground, so it's a lot easier for the Daleks to maneuver over all that rough terrain. Also, you'll notice it's got a little dish on the back. This was for the Daleks' power. You know, we used to get it from the ship. In the first story, they had the static electricity power, I guess, from the floor. So they had to be touching the floor in Skaro. But obviously for this story, they're on Earth. So they get the power through the dishes. So all of these Daleks have a little dish on the back. And they all have the larger fender as well as the standard smaller fender on the bottom there. So here's Dalek number 3 from the first story. You can see it's got the cutter attachment added on here still. But this is just to show, you know, the differences basically. You can see the height difference there. Obviously this has not got a dish on the back. You can still see the little tallies, which I assume would just be under, I mean, they're not under the dish on this one, but on the actual prop, I assume the tallies would have been under the dish. So yeah, you can also see the eye stalk is different. They've painted the eyeball silver on these ones. It's also extended and the eye discs have changed on them slightly too. So they look a bit better, I think, on the Dalek Invasion ones. And yeah, that's all good. I'll pop this to the side now. You see that these have also had the extendable plungers added on there, which is just a bit of aluminium tubing, and then the standard plunger slides in there quite well, and you can push that in and out, and yeah, it's pretty good. Stays on there pretty well. Just a bit of tubing, and that's all it takes really. So all of the drones are pretty much the same. You can see that I have actually got one drone here that has a black eyeball. So there were 2 props that Bernardo's had, the charity Bernardo's, and I believe it was this drone here, which I think it was number 4, or I don't know. I can't remember the number. I do know is Dalek number 2 is this one here. So this was known as the Saucer Pilot Dalek. Also the Supreme, I guess. So basically this is in charge of the saucer ship that the Daleks arrive on. And this is seen in episode, I think 2, 1 and 2, like this, with this paint job. So it's got a nice, quite a unique paint job. We've never seen any other Daleks have kind of this paint job in the classic series anyway. Later on, in the same story, the same Dalek prop, number 2, appeared like this. So, you know, basically they either did it on purpose to have a different, you know, livery, you know, one for the pilot, one for the Supreme, or they just hadn't finished painting the Supreme Dalek, so it looked like this. Because I don't think it's actually called the Saucer Pilot Dalek in the episode, it's just called the Black Dalek or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I have actually changed the eye stalk on this one. This is from History of the Daleks set 4. I believe. And this Dalek is actually from the Dalek Collector's Set number 2, which was released years ago in B&M. That's where I got mine from. I think it was on Forbidden Planet as well. But yeah, these Daleks, you can find them pretty easily on eBay, these ones. And it goes in really well with these boys. So all of these are from History of the Daleks set number 2, which again was sold in B&M stores. I think it was 2020. These ones came out early 2020. And these are great. So I've got quite a few of them, obviously, to get the drones built up. Was stuck with a few Supreme Daleks. They've all been sold now, but I did keep the bases for some future projects, so can look out for them. I can see my reflection in there. So yeah, so that's them in the box there. So these came out in B&M last year. Probably a bit harder to find now. Could still get them on eBay and Amazon, I'm sure. But yeah, it tells you a bit about the props history there and a bit about the story, so I'll leave that there for anyone who wants to read that. But like I said in the last video, this video isn't about the history of the Dalek set, it's just about the Daleks from the Dalek Invasion. But yeah, these are best way to get it was probably that set, and yeah, still available on eBay, maybe Amazon, like that, not too sure. But yeah, it's the fleet, you know. These look great on the shelf. They stand a lot taller than most of my other classic Daleks, so you can pop them over like that, you know. All got the extendable plungers. I've changed the eye stalks on, I think, 1 or 2 of them, this one and this one. I've also added a little sticker on this eye stalk, actually, because they decided to give this Dalek the, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it in this box, but it's like slightly there, like a small pupil on the iris there. There you go, it's tiny. Whereas, you know, I prefer the Supreme to have the big eye, so I've got a little sticker over that. There you go, makes it look better. Not quite finished with these eye stalks on these two. I'm gonna have to paint this one a bit, I think. But we'll see where we go. Also, something I forgot to mention in the last video as well, on all of the Dalek guns here, I've painted the little bit where you would, you know, where the laser beam or whatever would come out. I've painted them all black, so it actually looks like something's gonna fire out of there, where usually it would just be silver, like that one in there. Now it's got the black. And I did that to the Daleks from the first story as well. So here's Dalek number 3 from the first story. You can see that also has the black inside the gun. And literally that's just a little thing you can do with a pen or a bit of paint. And it really, I mean, I really think it makes a difference. You can really see the noticeable difference there. So that is the Daleks from the Dalek Invasion of Earth. Very nice. So I'm going to be continuing with these Dalek videos. Obviously the next Dalek video will be out next month, and we'll just see how things go. But yeah, I quite enjoy doing these videos, and I hope you enjoy watching them. I'm pretty sure there's not many of you who will still be here at this timestamp, you know. It's a long video. I've waffled on quite a lot. So I'll leave it there, guys, and I will see you later on for another Sonic Screwdriver video, and then I'll see you after that for another Dalek video. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later on. Goodbye.